Hello and welcome to the History Quiz. Today I've got my two contestants. My first contestant is Millie.
Hi.
And my second contestant is Annie.
Hello everybody.
Today, the History Quiz, we're going to be specialising in the subject of Winston Churchill. Okay, alrighty then, let's get this quiz underway. Question numero uno. Can anyone tell me when Winston Churchill was born? Millie was first. I'm going to have to go with Millie.
I believe it was in November 1874,
Could you tell me the date in November?
30th.
Well done, Millie. You're correct, Amundo. That's 1-0 to Millie. Moving on to question number 2. Can anyone tell me where Winston Churchill... Hang on, I haven't finished the question. Can anyone tell me where Winston Churchill was born? I think Annie was first there. So I'm going to have to go with Annie. Annie, where was Winston Churchill born?
I think you'll find that was Buckingham Palace.
I think you'll find you're wrong. I'm going to have to pass the question over to Millie. Millie can steal the point. Millie, where was Winston Churchill born?
I believe it was Blenheim Palace near Oxford.
That's correct. 2-0 to Millie. Moving on to question number 3. Can anyone tell me, in not so many words, what sort of era did Winston Churchill live in? When did Winston Churchill live? Millie.
I think Winston Churchill lived through 2 wars and saw the first cars and planes, the first man in space, and I think he was an MP for over 60 years.
I'll give you that one. That's specific enough for me. I'm going to give you another point for that one. So that's 3-0 to me. Okay, moving on. Can anyone... Now, Winston Churchill had more than one famous relative. But can anyone tell me one of Winston Churchill's famous relatives? No hand from Anna there. Millie, can you tell me?
Was it John Churchill? And he had Blenheim Palace made for him in the 1700s. And he was the Duke of Marlborough. And wasn't he a famous soldier as well?
Yes, that's a fantastic answer, Millie. Well done. Well done. So I made that 4-0 to Millie. Right, okay, moving on to our 5th and final question. Can you tell me why Winston Churchill was so famous? Nothing from Annie there. So I move over to Millie. Millie, what's your answer on that one?
I know Winston Churchill was famous for being a World War leader for Britain in World War II and for his amazing speeches and quotes and his refusal not to give in when times were bad. And everybody in the world knew his name for a time.
I think you'll find you're right there, Millie. That's another point to you. You certainly know your Winston Churchills. So, at the end of the quiz, I made that 5 to Millie and 0 to Annie. Sorry, Annie, you've won nothing on this game show. I'm going to have to pass the crown to history champion, to Millie Ross. Well done, Millie. Everyone give her a big round of applause. And that concludes our show, and thank you all for watching. It's good night from me, it's good night from her, and it's good night from her. Bye-bye now.